What is going on, guys? Thanks for checking out this video of my sports Gematria. In this video, I'm going to go over the basketball games for Thursday, February 17th, 2022. I'm going to show you highlights of each side, and it's going to be up to you to determine who you think will win based on the numbers. I encourage you to add additional information on top of this if needed for you to feel confident in your own pick. And I wish you guys the best of luck in all your picks today. Let's go ahead and get into the games. We are going to be looking at the Heat versus the Hornets, Wizards versus the Nets, Mavericks versus Pelicans, Sixers versus Bucks, and Rockets versus the Clippers. On this side of the screen is what I call my daily numbers, date numerology, Gregorian Hebrew calendar. And then on this side of the screen is what I call my game numbers specific to the game. The way that I have it structured here is I have the road team up top, their coach's record, their season record, their away record. In the middle is the head-to-head record between the two teams, all-time, regular season, and for this season in particular. And then at the bottom is the home team, their season record, their home record, their coach's record, and any other notes that I want to add. Let's go ahead and jump into these games, starting with the Heat versus the Hornets. All right, so let's start with the home team. As I always do, we'll go over some numbers here for the home team to win this game, and then we'll go over some numbers for the away team to win this game. So starting with the Hornets and the Heat. I almost said that wrong. Well, I did say that wrong. So the Hornets, the home team. If the Hornets were going to win this game, I didn't see a whole lot that stuck out to me. I mean, I can put some numbers here together. Just cause, but I didn't see a whole lot that initially stuck out at me. One thing is the Hornets could get some revenge against the Heat. The Heat are 2-0 head-to-head against the Hornets for this season, and if the Hornets win this game, they would become 1-2 head-to-head against the Heat for the season, like 12. And Heat would sit on their 37th win for the season. 37 is the 12th prime number. Today does have a 61 date numerology on the Gregorian. 61 is the 18th prime number. Heat would sit on 37 wins as they sit on 18 road wins to go with. Today does have 41 date numerology. 41 is the 13th prime number. Hornets would sit on 13 home losses with a win. And in regards to Heat getting there, sitting on 37 wins with the loss, Hornets can become 30-30 for a season record with a win. 30, if you write it out, sums to 37. And so Hornets could potentially become 30-30. 30 sums to 37. As the Heat sit on 37 wins for the season, 37, the 12th prime number, as the Hornets become 1-2 head-to-head against the Heat, like 12 for the season with the win. What else? Today has 25 date numerology on the Gregorian. The Hornets, they can get their 47th win regular season head-to-head against the Heat. 47 and 25 are identical in all four base ciphers. Today with 25 date numerology, Hornets can get their 47th regular season head-to-head win against the Heat. Hornets would become 30-30, like I mentioned, which kind of looks like a 3-3 or a 33. And if you write out the number 33, it sums to 60. And this is the Hornets' 60th game for the season. 33 also sums to 156, just like 28 sums to 156. And it's a Hornets' 60th game, but it's their 20th home game. I don't know why it says away. It should be home. And just there's just some tidbits for the Hornets side. If we were going to look towards the Heat to win this game, the Heat today has 41 date numerology on the Gregorian. 41 sums to 46. Heat can sit on 46 regular season head-to-head losses against the Hornets with a win. Heat would go from 18 to 19 road wins to go with. If I write out the number 19, 19 sums to 41. It also sums to 130 And this is the 130th all-time head-to-head matchup between these two teams. The Hornets, with the loss, would become 14-14 at home for the season. 14 sums to 41. Hornets would get their 31st loss for the season as they sit on 46 regular season head-to-head wins against the Heat with the loss on a day with 41 date numerology. 41 sums to 46, just like 31 also sums to 46. And number 30, the Heat have a chance to become 3-0, like 30 head-to-head against the Hornets. I'm not seeing anything jump out at me other than maybe it's the 33rd away game. They get their third win against Hornets. They get their 38th win. I'm not sure what I can connect that to. 38. I mean, I could say the 149. 38 sums to 149 today with 25 date numerology. 25 sums to 149. He gets their 38th win. Could say something like that, maybe. And that's about it. Nothing crazy here. I think everything in this game is very subtle. I can go on. I can make a bunch of connections here if I wanted to, but I don't think they're really that interesting. Let's just keep it moving. Wizards versus the Nets. Wizards versus the Nets. Start with the home team. If the home team was going to win this game, it's the Nets coach's 131st regular season game for his career, the 32nd prime number. Nets can get their 32nd win for the season. Wizards can get their 32nd loss for the season. Today with 61 date numerology, 61 sums to 131, the 32nd prime number. The Nets would become 3-1 head-to-head against the Wizards for the season with the win. 31, the 11th prime number. Wizards would sit on 11 road wins with a loss to go with. Nets can pick up their 14, or they become 14-14 at home on a day with 41 date numerology. 14 sums to 41. And I think that might be it. For Wizards, it's pretty simple. Wizards 28th away game. Nets 28th home game. Nets can get their 28th loss. Wizards would get their 107th regular season head-to-head win against the Nets, the 28th prime number. Today is the 16th day of the 12th month on the Hebrew religious side. Wizards could become 12-16 on the road with a win. Wizards can even the score 2-2, like 22 head-to-head against the Nets for the season, as Nets coach sits on 79 wins regular season for his career, the 22nd prime number. Wizards would sit on 31 losses for the season as they get their 109th all-time head-to-head win against the Nets. I think 31 sums to 109. Yeah, it does. 109. 31 sums to 109. They sit on 31 losses, get their 109th all-time head-to-head win. It's also the 199th regular season head-to-head matchup between these two teams. The 46 prime number, 31 also sums to 46. And those would be some numbers for those two guys. Mavericks versus the Pelicans. Starting with the Pelicans. If the Pelicans were going to win this game, today does have 25 date numerology on the Gregorian. 25 sums to 50. Pelicans could become 29-50 all-time head-to-head against the Mavericks for the season, as the Mavericks get their 25th loss for the season. 25, 29 are identical in all four base ciphers, just like how 25 and 47 are identical. 25, 47, 29, identical in all four base ciphers. 25 date numerology. Pelicans could become 29-50 as Mavericks get their 25th loss. Pelicans would get their 25th regular season head-to-head win against the Mavericks to go with. Pelicans can get their 14th home win as Mavericks become 14-14 on the road with a loss. Today with 41 date numerology, 14 sums to 41. It's also February 17th, written 2/17. Mavericks coach can sit on 217 wins regular season for his career with a loss. If we were going to back the Mavericks in this game, Mavericks can get their 35th win for this season on a day with 41 date numerology. 41 sums to 35. It's a day with 25 date numerology. 25 sums to 149, the 35th prime number. Mavericks can get that 35th win. It's the 59th game for the Mavericks. It's the 59th game for the Pelicans. Mathematically, 59 is the 17th prime number. Pelicans could become 13-17 at home with the loss. They would sit on 13 wins with the loss. 41 date numerology. 41 is the 13th prime number. Speaking of 13, the Pelicans would fall 1-3, like 13 head-to-head against the Mavericks to go with, as Mavericks pick up their 50th regular season head-to-head win against the Pelicans, as Mavericks sit on 13 losses for the season on the road with the win. Today with 25 date numerology, 25 sums to 50, 41 date numerology, the 13th prime, 13, 13, 13. Sixers versus the Bucks. If the Bucks were going to win this game, some things that I would point to could be 41 date numerology on the Gregorian. 41 sums to 46. A Bucks coach, he can get his 199th regular season win for his career as a coach for the Bucks, which is the 46th prime number. Today has 61 date numerology on the Gregorian. 61 sums to 131. Bucks can sit on 131 all-time head-to-head losses against the Sixers with a win. 25 date numerology on the Gregorian. Sixers coach can get his 47th loss as a coach for the Sixers regular season. 47-25 are identical in all four base ciphers. I've already showed you that. What else? Bucks. 3, 24. $37.23. I didn't really see anything for the $37.23. I guess you could say Bucks. I guess I'll go ahead and mark it dark blue. It's the Bucks' 60th game for the season. They can get their 37th win for the season. 37 sums to 60. So they could just be as simple as that. And 16, 2-0, like 20. Yeah, nothing extravagant here for this game. For the Sixers, on their end, Sixers can simply just pick up their 35th win for this season. It'd be similar to Mavericks picking up their 35th win for this season, right? 41 date numerology on the Gregorian, 41 sums to 35. 25 date numerology on the Gregorian, 149 the 25th prime number. 149 the 35th prime number, excuse me. Sixers can get their 35th win for this season. They can also get their 19th road win to go with, written out 19 sums to 41. 41 date numerology, 41 sums to 35. They can get their 19th road win, sums to 41, as they get their 35th win for the season, 41 sums to 35. For the Bucks, it's their 31st home game. They can get their 11th home loss, 31 the 11th prime number, as the Sixers even the score 1-1 head-to-head against the Bucks for this season, like an 11. As well as Sixers getting their 19th road win. This is the Sixers coach's 130th game as a coach for the Sixers. And the number 19 sums to 41, but it also sums to 132. So, it can help in two different ways, the 130 and the 41. And what else? Bucks, 24th loss. Bucks can get their 24th loss as their coach gets his 89th regular season loss as a coach for the Bucks. 89 is the 24th prime number. 89 also is the 11th Fibonacci number. 11th Fibonacci number. And it would go with the 31, the 11th prime. They get their 11th home loss. Sixers even the score 1-1 like an 11 as Bucks coach gets his 89th loss regular season as a coach, the 11th Fibonacci number. It would go something like that. And let's go to the last game, Rockets versus the Clippers. Clippers versus the Rockets. If we're going to start with the Clippers, the home team, if the Clippers were going to win this game, we can look towards the Rockets coach's record. Rockets coach, he could become 32-98 for a regular season record in his career with a loss. Today with 41 and 61 date numerology on the Gregorian. 41 sums to 98. 61 sums to 131, the 32nd prime number. That's how you can get his record, 32-98. Rockets, they would get their 25th road loss to go with. Today with 25 date numerology on the Gregorian. They would sit on 7 road wins as they get their 7th loss in a row for the season. Clippers, they would sit on 131 all-time head-to-head losses against the Rockets with the win. Today with 61 date numerology, 61 sums to 131. 61 is the 18th prime number. Clippers can get their 18th home win to go with. 30-31. I want to see if there's number properties for that. 30-31, no. I know 331 is the 67th prime number. But there is a 67 connection here. 331, the 67th prime number. Clippers could become 30-31 for a season record as they get their 83rd regular season head-to-head win against 83 does sum to 67. And for the Rockets, if the Rockets were going to win this game, we can just say it's the Rockets' 32nd away game. It's the Clippers' 31st home game. Clippers can go from 31 to 32 losses for this season on a day with 61 date numerology. 61 sums to 131, the 32nd prime number. Today does have 16 date numerology on the Gregorian. Rockets can get their 16th win for the season. It's a day with 25 date numerology. Rockets coach can sit on 97 losses regular season for his career. 97, the 25th prime number. Rockets coach would get his 33rd win for the season as they get their 16th win for the season. Or he would get his 33rd win regular season for his career as Rockets get their 16th win for the season. 16 written out sums to 33. Rockets were in their 6-game losing streak to go with. This number 6 written out sums to 16. And Clippers, the 32nd loss. Clippers would sit on 29 wins for the season with the loss. 29 is the 10th prime number. Rockets could become 1-0 head-to-head against the Clippers for the season, like the number 10 to go with. And then Clippers can get their 14th home loss on a day with 41 date numerology. 14 sums to 41. So those are the picks. I ran through them pretty quickly, kind of vague. I just going over just quick highlights, not really getting into much detail. Either way, hopefully it helps. Definitely go through here, just kind of look these over. I know there's other connections I can make that I didn't talk about. Like, for example, Wizards, they can get their 27th win for the season on the 17th of February. 27, it's almost a 172, 17th of February. I mean, so there's things here that you can definitely pick up on. I just want to give you guys some quick highlights. You know, since I've been showing you every single game on the board all week, I've been the only Gematria guru on the entire internet and the entire world and the entire universe that's willing to show you every single game on the board. I'm just lucky enough, I guess, to have a system that allows me to do that for you guys. And since nobody else is going to do it, I might as well be the one to do it. I enjoy it. I like doing this stuff. This is fun to me. Believe it or not, pulling numbers, putting this stuff together is entertaining for me. Hopefully it's entertaining for you. If not, I apologize for you watching this entire video without being entertained. I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate the support. I wish you guys the best of luck on all your picks today. Hopefully you win all the money in the world. And I will see you in the next video.